Assalamu alaikum.
Oh yes, as we welcome the blessed day of Eid al-Fitr, let's take a moment to reflect on the true spirit of the occasion.
Indeed, all our sacrifices all through the holy month have been in anticipation of all the traditions of Eid Mubarak, which are sharing, love, forgiveness, togetherness, unity, and of course, new beginnings. Happy Eid al-Fitr to our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Oh yes, join us as we delve into the beautiful and vibrant customs and tradition of the Eid al-Fitr. Yes, join us.
Let's celebrate together all the blessings of this month. Please gather around with your family and your friends.
Now, let's make this celebration a very special one. By the way, how was Ramadan for you? What are your expectations moving forward? We would love to hear from you as the program progresses. I am Patience Eloy Abba.
And I'm Thelma Obaza, warmly welcoming you to our vibrant and effervescent package today on Weekend, your #1 television program every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays. Well, it's time for the news highlights. Happy Eid al-Fitr. Take it away.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is your favorite weekend deal coming to you from the network service of the NTA. Today indeed is special because we're celebrating the holy festival of Eid al-Fitr, and that's coming after the long month of Ramadan. To kickstart our celebration today here in the studio, NTA Yola will be giving us the backgrounder. Let's see it.
Eid al-Fitr is a festive period that marks the end of Ramadan, in which Muslims fast daily from before dawn until sunset.
Is a celebration that is observed by the Muslim population, which is done after usually the 29 or 30 days of fasting. So it is usually done once a year because the fasting is done actually once a year. So that is Eid al-Fitr. We celebrate it, we share food, love with loved ones. It's basically just a celebration to commemorate the ending of Ramadan.
It is commemorated by a large community-wide prayer service in the morning, followed by meal and conversation with friends and family. Eid Mubarak, a time of joy, hospitality, gratitude. What better way to bring people together than through food?
What makes it so wonderful is when you share the food of the Eid with your neighbors who are not even Muslims. It brings them together to you. It increases the understanding, which is very important these days. You see? So when somebody brings food to you, it means I have brought love to you. It means I am close to you. It means I have extended hands of fellowship to you. So food carries a lot of message to the one who is being presented. And you present food a kind of commiserating. You present food a kind of celebrating. You see, that's why in our culture, and it is part of the teaching of our religion.
Traditional Eid dishes are an integral part of the celebration, with each dish carefully prepared, often using secret family recipe passed down through generations.
We have a lot of dishes we make, particularly rice. There's different methods in which we cook it. Some make rice and stew. Some make jollof rice, some make fried rice, and some make the traditional meals such as tuwon shinkafa and miyan kuka, tuwon shinkafa and miyan yakwa. The Hausa people call it taushe. We make masa, chin-chin. There's a lot of delicacies going on. I mean, it's a feast, so people have a lot of things they cook just to commemorate that day.
Food plays a vital role in fostering togetherness. It unites people, transcending cultural and social boundaries.
You can just imagine family eating together and someone who is a family that everyone is on his own. How is the ties between the members of the family? Definitely those who sit together, eat together, crack jokes are more strong in relation, in bond, than those who eat separately. Because the secret behind eating together is you may share your experience about the food. Wow, this food is wonderful. And someone will just break in and say, you have just said it before me. You say, okay, what makes it wonderful? Maybe the spices. You see? No. The way the dress, the way the food is being dressed, the way it has been dished out. No, the vessels and the bowls, the containers are so marvelous. You see? Just as how does it make you happy when you prepare a food and all people were praising the food, say, oh wow, we have eaten a very wonderful food here. I think it's a nice experience.
Dishes prepared during Eid varies depending on the location and availability. However, Eid is a time for neighbors, family and friends to come together, sharing food and story in laughter and joy. It is a celebration of unity, diversity, and a common human experience.
It is a symbol of joy, bringing people together, sharing food. Food is basically a symbol of enjoyment, right? Gratitude, feasting, people just having a good time. And I mean, in this part of the world, I don't think you'd say you are having a good time if there is no good food where you are. So it really plays a big role in that.
From the sweetest pastry to the savory flavors of traditional dishes, Eid al-Fitr is a feast that brings us together. So, let us come together and share in the flavor of unity. Eid Mubarak.
Murnar barka da sallah ce, Salisu mai kiɗan jita, ni ne aina tsara ta ai waƙar barka da sallah ne. A'a mun sha ruwa lafiya ya Allah ya maimaita. Allah karbi ibadar mu, wata guda cucu mu muka yo ibadar mu. Ya Allah ya karba, ya Allah ya karba, ya Allah ya maimaita. Waƙar barka da sallah ce, waƙar barka da sallah ce, ya sarki Allah ya maimaita. Ya kama aikinsa, ni dai na kama aikina. NTA ni da waƙata, waƙar barka da sallah ce, ya sarki Allah ya maimaita. Na san you can be rich, NTA a gaida ku, NTA amanar mu, ka kawo ƙasa a gaida ku, kamar ku babu na lura. Kamar ku babu na lura, ai NTA a gaida ku, ya sarki Allah ya maimaita. Kowa ya sha ruwa lafiya ya Allah ya maimaita. Sarki Allah ka kare mu, Najeriya kasar mu ce, ya Allah ya gyara ta, ya Allah ya kare mu, ya Allah ya ɗaukaka ta, ya Allah ya kare mu, in ji Salisu mai kiɗan jita. Ai mun sha ruwa lafiya ya Allah ya maimaita. Kowa yana murna yau ranar ta sallah ce, sannan fa ka duba sonde ne. Musulmi du muna murna har kiristoci suna murna. Dan ranar ta sallah ce, sannan ranar kwa sonde ne. Ya Allah ya maimaita. Ban ɗan zagaya in yo yawo, za na gaida babana, Baba Nuru Khalil, ya Allah ya kare ka. Ni dai ban raina malam ba, ni ban manta malam ba, ni ban raina malam ba, ni ban raina malam ba. Kullum in na gan shi, in dai bayana bayaninsa wallahi ne sai ya burge ni. Dan malam kowa fa naka ne, ni dai ba na mantawa. NTA sai a gaida su, Salisu mai kiɗan jita, Salisu mai kiɗan jita, wannan waƙar ta sallah ce, kai mun sha ruwa lafiya ya Allah ya maimaita.
Oh my God, put your hands together, put your hands together, Wow, Alhaji Salisu, God bless you. God bless you, sir. God bless you. That was beautiful.
Wonderful.
And I'll say amen to all your prayers.
Indeed,
We thank NTA. Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Our guest is here. It's time for us to start our conversation. And it's an honor to welcome to the Weekend in Studio Associate Prof. Musa Olaofe. He is the chief imam at Nasaruddin Mosque, Wuse to Abuja, and he is the head of Department of Islamic Studies, University of Abuja. Let's see his profile. Welcome to Weekend.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
With us.
Thank God for that.
Okay, Prof is not alone here today. We also meet, greet, and make welcome Sheikh Muhammad Nuru Khalid, an Islamic scholar of note, amongst other things. We'll get to know more when we see his profile. You're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I was just telling you, telling you amongst other things, that he's the Chief Imam of the Supreme Court Quarters Mosque at Cairo, as well as the founder and chairman, Islamic Research and Dawah Foundation. It's great to have you on Weekend.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, what a wonderful time to be together with you, especially as we're marking Eid al-Fitr. Earlier, Patience talked about the month, a very interesting month just gone by. Lots of fasting, prayers, and togetherness, all in a bid to build unity through faith. And that has brought us to this point where we are today. But the traditions that have earmarked our progress over time, talking about this particular celebration, will be our focus for our discourse today. Are there uncommon traditions that have not changed over time and will as well hallmark what we'll be celebrating today? Sheikh, let's start with you.
Okay. There are many traditions surrounding the Eid celebration which have never changed and will never change. For instance, that love, that care, that sharing, that kind of well wishes. You wish good to someone. For instance, it is a tradition during the celebration, when you see somebody, you say Eid Mubarak or Taqabbal Allahu minna wa minkum, meaning that this celebration, this Eid is a blessed one, and may the Almighty accept it from us and you. And there is another tradition, Kullu Amin wa Antum bi khairin. Every year you will be in goodies, you will be happy. So these are part of the celebration. And when you come to caring, it is a time when you share with people what you have. The best of what you have, you give people, especially food, especially money. And that is why it is important to give Zakat al-Fitr. It is part of the celebration. You start with it even 2 days before the celebration, or 1 day before the celebration, or at least in the early morning of the celebration. You give the poor, the needy, those who are close to you, but they cannot afford to have what to celebrate, what to feed their families with. You give them food item, you share with them so that they will be happy. It is a great celebration, and there are some traditions surrounding it that will never be changed.
Okay, so still in the light of tradition, because that's where our focus is on today's show, Associate Prof. Allow Fair, can you still talk more about some of these traditions?
Well, you can see, let me start from you here. You can see you are dressing Islamically, and then everybody knows that you are celebrating.
True.
So without any discrimination. And that shows the love we are talking about has started already. Now you see, the Eid al-Fitr comes once in a year, like that of Eid al-Adha. It comes once in a year. It's an annual event. Throughout the month of Ramadan, you can see that many people, they show love to themselves, sharing food together, even greetings together. And you don't see people quarreling, abusing themselves, or do all sorts of things that can bring disunity into the country. Everybody is going on his normal ways. In fact, what I experienced this year is that even those who are not Muslims, they invite people for iftar, that come and break fast with me. You know, let's see the tradition, how they are practicing it Islamically, and let them also key into it and see that what we are just after in Nigeria is love, understanding, and then availability of so many good things God has provided for us, and how do we share it together. And so that's why you see that in Nigeria, we don't have any problem if we can stick to it and understand how we can live together as one family. So that is the tradition of when we say that we have to keep on practicing it, keep on exhibiting it, and let people know that there is no discrimination as far as tradition of the Eid is concerned. You can see when we look at what is happening in Yola, this morning. You can see that they're on their way to Eid al-Fitr Grand. So you can see, even those who are non-Muslims, they were celebrating together.
Yes.
Coincidentally, you can see that today is Sunday, and today is Eid al-Fitr.
Yeah.
The Muslims go and pray on their own way. Then the Christians too, they're already in their churches, and they are doing the same thing. So this is just to bring that unity, understanding into the country we call Nigeria, because the blessed country in the continent is Nigeria, because we know the right thing to do and to do it at the right time.
Okay, thank you very much, Associate Prof. Musa Adeyemi Olaofe. Let me come back to you, Sheikh. Yesterday, when we were talking, are we going to celebrate today or Monday? Some of our guests and our friends told us that it could be 29 days or it could be 30 days, but we will have to hear from the Sultan. Eventually, I know when I was just browsing early hours of this morning, I saw that the Sultan had spoken. Tell us about that practice, because up till yesterday, we're planning, are we going to have some fanfare, some lights, refreshment here? So we were not sure because we had to wait to hear. So what are the happenings that led to the final word we got from Sultan late last night into early hours of this morning, such that we're marking Eid al-Fitr today?
Well, Islamic activities build upon a calendar, a lunar calendar, not a solar calendar. The Arabs, when they become Muslims, they ask the Prophet ﷺ about the crescent. What is the wisdom behind having a small crescent, then it will grow into a full moon? The Quran revealed that the essence of that is for you to count your days, your celebrations, and your Hajj. So that is why we can't be certain whether it is Sunday or Monday Salah, because we have to wait until the crescent is being seen. When it is sighted, then the announcement will come officially from the Sultan. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned that Ash-shahru hakadha wa hakadha. The month is either going to be 30, a full days of the month is 30 or 29. So when we fasted 29, we search for the moon. Every Muslim, every adult Muslim, every person is entitled to search for the moon. When we sighted the crescent, we communicate with others, especially those at the top, the leaders, to reach the Sultan. And on confirmation, his committee will confirm it. After confirmation, now he will announce to the entire nation that today, Sunday, is the first day of Shawwal. That marks the end of Ramadan and start the beginning of Shawwal. And Shawwal is a period of celebration. After celebrating the Eid, now we will go back and reflect Ramadan or fasting. Then we fast 6 days in the month of Shawwal. Yeah.
There's another fasting going on. That's
for
interesting.
6 days, but
For
it's
6
not
days.
obligation.
It's not compulsory.
Not compulsory.
Okay, interesting. Wow, we're learning so much here today. Let's talk about the fashion and how we dress for Eid. Is there a particular way? I mean, both of you are looking elegant. Let me start by saying that. Both of you look so good.
Thank you.
Okay, so is there a way people should dress? Are there particular anything, colors, anything that we should also? Prof, take that one.
Well, you can see that an-nasafat min al-iman, cleanliness is part of faith. Anybody you see that has not been cleaned, that's not dressing very fine, is not part of Islam, because Islam needs something very neat. For example, now, if you want to pray, you must perform ablution. Then La salatan liman la wuduha lahu. There is no prayer for anybody who doesn't have ablution. So let us take it from there. Then what you are wearing determine the type of person you are. You know, Islam is a religion of peace, as we have been talking about. Then dressing fine is not something religious per se. It's personal. If you want to appear neat, so for people to see, you know, people will look at you and know that man is very neat. That man, he always dressed very fine. And that's why today marks the Eid al-Fitr Day. Let everybody appears in a nice attire. Then you see it, you have not seen anything, no? So anytime from now, you'll be seeing it. So on the news, NTA, many other, you know, you'll be seeing that the way, even the imams, as we are sitting down, we have other things to wear. Apart from this one.
We have not seen anything here to tell man.
Makes it very celebratory.
We have not seen anything.
So that shows there's something we call al-kimba, and then the lawani. So that signifies that, okay, this is our imam, a leader that will lead us in prayer. So you can see that your hand, your wristwatch, your shoe, everything must be neat. And you perfume, put correct perfume to let people know that, no, this man is socialized.
I like that.
So you cannot say because you're a religious leader, then you start smelling. People will now be asking what is happening, you know. So you brush your teeth, your armpit, everything in you must be perfectly okay, neat. In fact, it makes people to love your religion more than you just being dirty. So that is why today marks another good day in the life of the Muslim Ummah, so that you see that they appear very neatly. So the little one, not to go and buy a very big cloth, the little one God has given to you, let people see that it's very neat and clean.
Make it clean.
Interesting. That's beautiful.
If you notice, he didn't focus on fashionable or
clean.
being exorbitant or he must be flashy. He's been focused on cleanliness.
Wow.
So that you attract, not repel. Interesting.
That's
nice one.
Okay. We will be going to NTA Kaduna now. They are ready to join this beautiful conversation. NTA Kaduna, take it away.
Eid fashion in Kaduna reflects a vibrant blend of cultural heritage, tradition, and modern influence. During Eid, it is a tradition of people to often showcase their best traditional attires, which are characterized by colorful fabrics and intricate designs.
What we used previously, using leaves and tree barks and what have you, and even the design is different. Now, the design is influenced by Western culture, and some people even go straight using Western dresses to celebrate festivities.
Actually, Islam enjoys, if there is possibility of one to have new clothes on that particular day, it's better to have the new clothes. But where the new clothes is not available, therefore one can use the old cloth by washing it, getting it very neat, much tidy, and then use it.
The traditional attires include babban riga, kaftan, and jalabia for men, while the female wear ankara, silk, and laces. A tradition that is constant even though the harsh realities of the economy has affected this year's Eid fashion.
We said Alhamdulillah, but compared to last year is better than this year because of the issue of expensive. Maybe the way we buy the trade, issue of electric power, and the fuel price. That is the main issue of this year.
How are families coping with the current economic realities?
Well, at this festive period, I was able to buy some traditional attire for my family. Even though with the economic situation, one has to plan ahead. So I was able to save ahead of time. And I was able to do a little for them.
The world indeed has become a global village, which is why it is impossible to rule out foreign influence in Eid fashion. Most prominent in Kaduna is the Middle Eastern fashion trends.
Globalization must have affected us, and we should understand that they said every living culture must assimilate. No assimilation in a culture is a dead culture. So part of people living up to date is to assimilate other people's culture. So Islam doesn't bar anyone from any form of dressing, but it has stated its own principles. And the principle is that it identifies what we call the naked aspect of a man and the naked aspect of a woman. So a woman must wear clothes to cover the whole aspect that Islam says is naked.
So it is very vital that we maintain our culture and we instill it in our children, because the moral values are really degrading, because we are adopting traditions and cultures that are not in tune with our ways of life.
During Eid, emphasis is laid on celebrating cultural identity while blending modern fashion trends, making it a lively and colorful event. Attires not only reflect personal style, but also connects individuals to their cultural roots and community.
Sharuwa lafiya ya Allah ya maimaita. Sarki Allah ya gyara mu, ya Allah ya kare mu. Ai waƙar amana ce, bikin na sallah ne ya sarki Allah ya maimaita. Musulmin duniya kaf, kaji sale muna murna. Ranar ta sallah ce, waƙar barka da sallah ce, ya sarki Allah ya maimaita. Na san ranar ta sallah ce, sannan ka duba sonde ce, musulmi mu muna murna, kirista ma suna murna, dan ranar ta sonde ce, in ka duba da murna fa. Sharuwa lafiya ya Allah ya maimaita. Roƙon Allah nake yi ya karɓi ibadar mu, Allah ka yafe mu, Najeriya ka gyara ta, kai komai ya ɗau saiti, kai komai a gyara shi, ya sarki Allah ya maimaita. Anan a NTA, you can be the rich. NTA a gaida ku, NTA a gaida ku. Kaji bikin na sallah ne, ai waƙar ta sallah ce, ya sarki Allah ya maimaita. Ga ga baba ubanmu ya sauka Musa dan Adeyemi Haji Musa zani gaida ka Musa dan Adeyemi Iban raina malam ba ba zan manta malam ba kowa ya raina malam ai Allah da kiki ne bana raina sojoji bana raina yan sanda kowa ya kama aikinsa wanda ya raina yan sanda ai watakila barawo ne kai kowa ya raina sojoji su sabon diga su harbe shi ka san wakar ta sallah ce ni dai ban manta malam ba malam barka da sallah Shag Nura Khalil ya Allah ya kare ka mu ma Allah ya kare mu Haji Musa zani gaida ka Baba Musa dan Adeyemi Musa zani gaida ka Haji Musa dan Adeyemi kai ma barka da sallah ba kai mun sha ruwa lafiya ya Allah ya maimaita
Amen.
Amen, amen, amen.
Amen.
Amazing, amazing.
Alhaji Salisu Garba, that was totally amazing.
Wow.
You know, you came with some steez today, man. And just like my associate prof and Imam was saying earlier, that your clothes should be clean.
You look good.
You cleaned from inside out.
You look good, sir.
You prepared for this event. Today is a great celebration. We say thank you so much for adding amazing spiritual vibes to our weekend deal package today. So, Alhaji, tell us, we should ask you a few questions. These tunes, you know, all through when you were singing, and meanwhile, you've sang for a sheikh, you sang for associate prof and imam, you've not sang for Hajia Temanatu and Hajia Peshenatu. We are here. You know, Pesha was even praying. You know, as you were singing, you so moved her to prayer. So we hope in the course of the prayer, you know, your performance, you will sing about Weekend Deal and the entire production crew. Well done. What goes into preparing the special renditions that you perform at this time? I know it's not an easy matter.
Let me use this opportunity to say thank you very much, and I'm really happy to be here.
Yes.
And let me use this opportunity also to say Barakah Salah to all of us.
Thank you.
Really, I came here to rejoice with the whole Nigerians, or the whole people in the world. And this particular song is a very special one. On my way coming here, I'm just trying to think to bring something new that I never did before about the Salah. So as I get there, sit down, just the idea came to me.
Wow.
Try and say something about the celebration. And I'm saying, Allah that is, may God repeat it for us once more. May God make us to see many more. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
But I would ask a question, talking about tradition of the Eid al-Fitr. When do you break your fast today? When do you eat officially? When do you say, okay, it is time for us to eat? Will you take that, Alhaji Salisu? Will you take that? When should you break your fast on the day of the celebration?
Definitely, this question is very heavy for me.
Okay, fine. I'm happy you
I would like
agree.
to use this opportunity to throw it to my dad, the Imam himself, because I don't want to enter the field.
Okay. Imam, you take it then.
It is part of the sunnah or tradition of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to eat in the early morning of the Salah of Eid al-Fitr before going to the Eid ground. But in the Eid al-Adha, we have to go and pray first before we come back, and if possible, to start with part of the ram that we have slaughtered. So today, we start by eating as early as possible. It depends on individual wants. Somebody may want to take as earlier as after the morning prayer, the subuh prayer, but someone would like to delay it a little just before going to the Eid. Like myself, I've taken something before I come here. Yeah.
Interesting. I've always wondered how that happens. Okay, but we all hold our thoughts because NTA Maiduguri has prepared something special for us. Serve it, NTA the Maiduguri. We are ready.
Across the world, as the first light of Eid morning graces the sky, millions awaken with hearts full of joy and gratitude. Eid is more than just a festival. It is a time of connection, a moment when social and family bonds are strengthened, traditions are honored, and love is shared. Eid plays a crucial role in strengthening family bonds and fostering community ties, as it is centered around togetherness, generosity, and shared joy.
On the Eid day, that is the Lesser Bayram or Eid al-Fitr, like this, traditionally the Muslims, they are coming into their family houses, the major meeting point areas, to show their happiness. But before all this, they must go for Eid prayer.
It is a period for thanking God for the health and the strength that people have and have survived this hardship up to the period of celebration.
The celebration is deeply rooted in the tradition of visiting relatives, friends, and neighbors, reinforcing relationships and creating lasting memories.
So everybody will say Barakah Salah. The Muslims will say it to one another, and even the non-Muslims that we are together, they will say Barakah Salah. And even you can send Barakah Salah to the non-Muslims. For instance, you prepare a dish to the neighboring Christian, send it to him. That will show the sign of loving one another and good coexistence in our present Nigeria.
For many, especially in Borno State, Eid is a time to return home, to reunite with parents, grandparents, and extended family. The warmth of home-cooked meals and the joy of childhood memories create an unbreakable bond between generations.
When it is Salah day, there must be something to be served on that day. With regards to food, there is ndele, there is kisere, ndele, and then rice and stew is being served on that special day. There are special soups for that. It could be okra with chicken, with beef, all this and spices.
Eid is not only about family, but also about giving. The tradition of zakat and sadaqah reminds all that true joy comes from sharing with those in need. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, strengthens the fabric of society.
Early in the morning, before sunrise, you see you'll give out Zakatul Fitr. That's something we call Zakatul Fitr. That is a tit, a portion of a food which is uncooked most of the times. Give it to the poor ones, because Islam doesn't want the poor ones to be left behind. So you will give them an appropriate portion as described by the Sharia.
Eid in Maiduguri is also a testament to the power of love, unity, and gratitude. It is a day of being open-minded and the outpouring of hearts, a time of merriment and funfair, especially with Durbar display and the display of our rich cultural heritage. It also strengthens the bonds of relationship and reminds oneself of the beauty of togetherness.
On the second day of the Eid, specifically, those of us who go to palace, people from all walks of life, they go in groups to pay homage to the Shehu on the Salah day.
Like in most parts of the world, Eid celebration in Maiduguri is about togetherness, reminding people of the importance of kinship and solidarity. The joy of celebrating with loved ones and the emphasis on kindness and generosity makes it a unifying occasion that strengthens both family relations and community bonds.
Eid Islamically is one of the best days for all Muslims because after fasting you will have a day to celebrate. It was even called Yawmul Akli wa Sharab, a day you will eat and drink, you will even enjoy yourself, visit friends, went to some gardens, play games, and a lot of things that we do celebrate during Eid. So it's one of my happiest days.
No matter where we are, the essence of Eid remains the same, a celebration of life, family, and humanity. Barka da Sallah from all of us in Maiduguri.
Baraka de Salah, right back to you. And no matter where we are, the essence of this season of Eid al-Fitr remains the same, which is focused on what we have built up all through the month of Ramadan, talking about unity, talking about peaceful coexistence, forgiveness, love, sharing, and most essentially, new beginnings. So for those people who have not been practicing such mannerisms, this is the good time to start. Thank you so much for your messages. Can we share them? Well, Nigerians are really watching. Someone is saying, can one give out cash as Zakat Fitri in place of raw food, or should it be done together?
Okay.
Music is really a good spirit, especially when sung and explained. I was enjoying the music, but when he explained what he was singing, I did enjoy it even more. You know, like we often say, who are you and where are you reaching us from? My name is Koji Samuel. I just love the song that the musician performed live on NTA Weekend Deal. Someone says, God bless the musician. His name is Alhaji Salisu Galba. So please use this name, right? Wouldn't you prefer that? Thank you so much. Good morning, Weekend Deal. We are enjoying your program.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to sincerely congratulate our Muslim brothers and sisters and friends across the nation. I danced to the music our great brother performed. I like how he began the program. May Allah increase him. I pray that Almighty Allah will grant all of us our heart desires, even as we celebrate love. Someone is asking for assistance here. We'll talk about that after the show. Okay, someone says, Happy Eid al-Fitr, Nigeria. We're a divinely endowed country in human and material resources, irrespective of our tribal differences or uniqueness. No doubt we'll all celebrate together today. It's a long one, so I'm just summarizing. We want to say thank you for celebrating Nigeria, for celebrating our imams here, for celebrating our wonderful entertainer, for celebrating my beautiful co-anchor, and indeed the entire production team and NTA as a whole. I will take one more, then I'll go back to the first thing he asked. It says, Assalamu alaikum to everyone in the studio. Said, Happy Eid al-Fitr. More big kudos to NTA. You are really raising the bar. And to the musician, I love you. Prince Oseni Soladoye from Osun State. He said, may we have reason to celebrate more on earth. Thank you so much, because without you, there is no us. Somebody asked a question that some of our guests answered yesterday. Maybe Khalid, take it for us. It says, do we give money, or do we give raw food, or do we give a combination of both?
The initial Zakat al-Fitr item is raw food materials that could be used in the morning of Eid al-Fitr. but one can give money instead if necessary, if needs arise. But the most important thing is to make that receiver happy in the day of Salah. Because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ugunuhum an su'ali fi dhalika al-yawm." Give them sufficient so that they will not be begging on that day. And in one tradition, he said, Zakatul Fitr is tuhuratun lisiyamikum wa tu'umatun lifuqaraikum. It is a kind of purification for your fasting. There are some mistakes you may make unknowingly or knowingly, so it purifies that. And also, it is a feeding for the poor amongst you. Now, the best way to do it, if you have the means, is to give food item including money, so that for the person to go and prepare that food very well. So the answer is that you can give money if the need arises, and you can also combine food and money together.
Okay, interest. Any more messages, Thelma?
A lot more.
Okay,
a lot more.
Let's take more messages.
Okay, but if you permit me, patient, you know, maybe I thought we introduced this. Hajia yesterday, Hajia Faulat said, you know, if you give somebody rice, you should support it with the means to prepare the rice.
Yeah, of course.
So sometimes it's good, right? Maybe you identify the person. Should they need that financial support at that time? It's good. Some people may not need it, some may. Okay. Amal Aliyu Abubakar from Jos Cantonment. Happy Salah to everybody. I enjoyed that music. I want more. Said I want more. Okay, someone said good morning, my Muslim brothers and sisters. Happy Salah to you all. I never knew that you can play the keyboard like that. So he's doing something new there. The guest is saying the way he strums that keyboard is different from what he has ever heard. Okay, you didn't tell us who you are. You know, I don't want to enjoy, because Patience told you a lot yesterday about adding your name and location to where you are, you know, to your message. It helps us to fraternize properly, you know, and celebrate you. Someone said today is really Eid al-Fitr. I got the vibe from the entertainer. Well, beyond the entertainer, our imams are also sharing the message, right? Someone says, thank you, NTA. I love you, my dear sisters. Haja Peshana too, I love you. Thank you, NTA, for making me dance very well this morning. The Malam, okay, it's Al-Haji actually. You are very good at what you do. We say Eid Mubarak to everybody in the studio. Her name is Jacinta Ochole from Ja. Is there a place called Ja?
Ja, okay.
But Ochole is your state. Ochole.
You didn't call it well side.
Okay, okay. Ochule.
Okay. Ochole. I think it's our place. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Nigerians. We asked you to join our conversation, and you've done just that. And we are happy that you're part of this conversation. We really deeply appreciate you. It's time to go on a break. When we come back, our celebration will continue. Ajia Pishinatu on the beat. Don't go away.
It's Weekend Deal, especially as we celebrate together Eid al-Fitr and the traditions that hallmark Eid Mubarak. I'll be talking with Associate Prof and Imam Musa Adeyemi Olaofe, and we want to look at the economy and Eid al-Fitr. Some curious thought is coming to mind. Is there any relationship, especially as we're here today seated talking together? Please share with us.
Yes, you are very correct. Because you see, if the economy is bad, it will have a great reflex on the Eid al-Fitr itself, even on Ramadan. But you can see that during the month of Ramadan, government really tried. Let's be realistic. If anybody gives you 1 naira, you need to appreciate that person. Most of the mosques in Abuja and some other places, They send food there. It doesn't matter whether they are Muslim or Christians. Are you getting it now? For example, in Ansarudin, the First Lady sent a lot of things to the Muslim Ummah. Despite the fact that he's not a Muslim, but he sends. And then even Mr. President also sends that I want these people to enjoy this Salah celebration. And then the food was shared with those who are in need of it. And they're really praying for the leaders and those who sent those food. Not only, Mr. President, there are a lot of individuals that are doing the same thing for the nation. So because they are trying to bring all of us together, irrespective of whatever religion you belong to, economic matters, that people should not suffer. Let's see people enjoying themselves, let them rejoice together, and then with all these things, it has a lot of impacts on the economy. So because if people are hungry, they don't have any food to eat, you cannot even see them fasting very comfortably. So, but you can see that the Muslim Ummah, they are really fasting, and then the government really supports.
Thank you, Hajia.
Thank you.
That support of the government is what I'm just after, and it really helps. For example, now let me give you an example. In University of Abuja, where I work, a friend of mine who is MD Matrix Energy sent about 200 bags of rice to the students. So every day they cook and then they provide for them. And it doesn't start this year, it started since last year. So the students in the university, they don't need to go home or be begging for food. So Engineer Abdelkabir Aliu has done that. So that's what he does every year. Not only to the university, many other places, that you make sure that he uses his money to assist others. And the students were so happy. Like when Ramadan was about to start, they started asking, so when are we going to start cooking our iftar? And then the same thing happened this year. And this is how he does to so many places. And so it has a lot to do on the economy. Because if you don't have people that gives out like that, then it will crash.
Indeed, the hallmark of all our religion is giving. The place of giving is key. And then it's on that note that we'll be dovetailing into the family. And I wanted our sheikh here to talk about family bonding, the essence, what it means to family, even as we celebrate the Eid al-Fitr.
Well, the first point, or the most important segment of every society, is the family. And therefore the celebrations start with the family. It is from the family you prepare food to outside. And it is from the family you prepare yourself to come out and show that you are clean. And therefore, I think women play a very vital role in making our celebration colorful. That is why it is important to start with them when we are discussing celebration. Make them feel part of the celebration. Make them feel happy, not servants for the celebration. If we think their role is only to cook for the family and the outsiders, they are just like servants. That is why it is vital, it is important, in as much as the tradition of the Prophet ﷺ is concerned, we allow them to go together with us to the Eid ground. Carry your family together, because according to hadith of Atiyah, she said that we were called upon to bring out women of all endeavor to the Eid ground. So even if woman is observing her period, she will equally go to the Eid ground, although she will not pray with the people, but she will listen to the prayer, celebrate with the people. And we also carry our children along when we are celebrating. Even they are the most important segment of the celebration. We allow them to sing, dance during the celebration so that they will be happy in the family, and we allow them to go to visit other places but we have to take precaution not to allow them to use drug or be under influence of intoxicants, driving cars and bikes, roughly, contaminating the celebration and causing havoc and accidents on the roads.
Amazing.
Good one.
Chalma, we know how we are celebrating women in the month of March.
Yes.
And then I just like how you just made it clear the place of women even in the celebration. You know, a whole lot of men will not even know this. So you must give that wife, those women, their place as far as the celebration is concerned, because they coordinate, they do everything. And coincidentally, it is even Mother's Day.
Yes,
so
Mothering Sunday.
Mothering Sunday for the Christians. So what you just said is just like you've spoken to both Christians and even Muslims. Yes, and on that note, Thelma, I wish all our mothers out there a fantastic Mothering Sunday.
You know, yesterday we had many of our viewers, even today, you know, they like the message. They are taking it away. For this period, they're hearing it. It's our hope that even after Eid al-Fitr, they will continue to practice. You know, let it not end or be like lip service. Let us take it out for the entire year. It's not just for this season, is it? It's for the entire year. And it should be a lifestyle.
Yes.
It should be a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about some art life. And, you know, trust Kohol and Uma, you know, they're always doing their things in a unique way. I know that Kohol has been doing something very interesting, and we see here an Islamic painting, of course, to celebrate this period. We're bonding together after all, aren't we? Okay, Kohol, what did you put together?
You nearly caught me picking my tooth, because you know me now. I don't take class. Hajja Pishinatu. There's meat in front of me. I've been eating, no. True confession. Okay, so that was beautiful by Umar there. That was lovely. But to explain more to us, we'll allow our Sheikh in the house to do us the honors. Sheikh, sir, what exactly did she just paint?
Well, it is calligraphy, and it is Khattu Thuluth. There are different kinds of Arabic writing, but this one is Khattu Thuluth, where you design your writing and send a message.
Wow.
What she wrote is La ilaha illallahu Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Wow! Okay, that's what she did.
Yeah,
in Arabic.
The meaning is there is no deity worthy of being worshipped except Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
Wonderful work from Umar.
From Umar,
you know
our own Umar.
She's been combining Orthodox art, modern art. You know, almost every weekend here on the show, we have cause to celebrate the uniqueness, you know, of her creativity. And we're lucky and blessed to have her as part of the NTA family. So once again, we celebrate you, dear sister, and with happy Eid al-Fitr to you. Could I take a few more messages?
Oh, please, Thelma.
Someone says, good morning, sir. Good morning, NTA family. We're so proud of all the NTA is doing, especially during this Salah celebration. May Allah accept all our supplication and bring peace to our country. We wish you all long life and prosperity. From Comrade Habila Ibrahim Manga from Zamfara State. There was a message that I was, focused on at the time, but many more came in, and they talked about Hajia Peshana too. But I hope I'll find it again. Someone is talking about the beautiful colors and combination, and that you've never looked more beautiful than at this season.
Thank you.
Okay, someone says, thank you, ATA. You are making this Eid al-Fitr a very special one. It's talking about, and some assistance. You know, we address all of that after the show, okay? But thank you for watching us. Watch, okay? Get the benefit. You know, we're praying with them, right? Impacting them, sharing virtues that they can also imbibe, okay? And then good is saying, what is most important during this season, love in sharing, is exemplified here. Special thanks to Director of Programs, Hajia Saudat Suleiman.
We love you.
Thank you so much for this beautiful provision.
We love you.
And because of your love and generosity, we and our guests, and indeed the entire production team, will be smiling all day today.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just take one more message. Someone says, for Makwanga, Nasarawa State, Gilbert Victor says, good morning, Weekendo. Good morning, NTA. I want to celebrate all my Muslim brothers and sisters as they celebrate Eid Mubarak. I also want to sincerely celebrate Imam in white and Imam in black. He said, may God bless and protect them both as they continue to preach peace, love and prosperity. So thank you, Victor. A lot of the messages are coming in, and I think we've really done justice this weekend. I was saying yesterday that we've never taken as much
as we did yesterday. And today we are following up.
And thank you, Nigerians. Thank you so much for being a part of our show. True. Do we ask Alhaji Garba to do another special number for us?
Okay, before you go there, Thelma, I was thinking that since we've displayed food, I was going to ask our both imams here to tell us what is their special, what will you eat today? And I mean, what are you expecting to eat later? What is your favorite food for the Eid? I will start with Prof here, and then Sheikh will tell us.
And you know that, Mr. Alhaji Garba, you're not left out.
Yes.
After the show,
we are eating at the party starts.
Specially packaged. We don't want your voice to be disturbed at all.
Well, every food in Nigeria we are used to it, but the most popular among them all is rice.
Rice, true.
So that is why if they cook correct rice for you, and then with a lot of things are supposed to be
a lot of inspiration called meat.
Yes. So you will love it. So.
A lot of proteinous inspiration.
Meat is my
but let's hear from Khalid.
Yes.
Khalid, are you also leaning towards
rice?
Or I thought you'd be like this now.
You know, I am Democrat even in my family. So I gathered my family to ask them, what will we prepare for this Salah? One small boy, Isa, said, you know that I'm into poultry, so I prepare Brahma's chickens. So we are going to test that species of...
Wow.
See how you are smiling. Thank God I'm coming to your house. Okay, patience, lead us.
Yes, so let's get this. I mean, we're not leaving our papers. I know we've heard a lot, but it's our tradition, just like we have traditions everywhere. It's our tradition to know what's going on, and then it's time for us to look at our papers. And I'll begin with The Nation Sunday. On top of the masthead, we have Dangote, Adenuga, Rabi, Otedala remain on Forbes Africa's billionaires list. We are proud of you. We are proud of you. Remain on that list, and more will join. Who knows, I might be on that list soon. Hajia Peshenatu. Okay, then below the masthead, we have Tinubu. I nearly quit 2023 race amid economic turmoil. That is our president speaking, and that story is on page 4. And you know, he celebrated his birthday yesterday. Below that, we have some stories here. Rivers ex-HOF, the head of service wife, make counter claims as Fubara refutes all allegations. That is on page 4. Next to that, we have more commendations. Trails killing, condemnation, trails killing of 16 hunters in Edo. That's on page 7. Tinubu assents to new laws for capital market. We want our capital market to become bullish again. That's on page 6. I'll be moving from there to Leadership Sunday. Again, the same stories that this my fellow billionaires, although I'm not there yet, Dangote, Adenuga, Rabi, Otedala remains on Forbes Africa's billionaires list. Oh dear, big brothers, be going ahead of me. Peshenatu is coming. And then the big one here says, Lokan, this thing is not clear.
Is it Emi Lokan?
No, I'm not even seeing the words after it. I don't know. Slots your turn. Okay. That's it's still the birthday felicitation from another great Nigerian high chief government. That's all I have. Thelma, what do you have?
And that was so fast. Okay, we are rushing to go and make billions. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll start with the Sunday Telegraph. Rivers cries above the masthead. There's some gist, of course. Most important, today's Eid al-Fitr, says the Sultan. That's on page 6. Rivers crisis. Pandev. Church leaders move to broker peace. Suffers setback as ex-head of service claims create new issues. Mubarak kicks over allegations against him, and there's a lot more. Okay, get a copy of the paper, if you want to know more about happenings in Nigeria and on the continent and in the world. Patience has spoken expansively about the Billionaires Club. Okay, no need to list it again. So let me welcome the latest billionaire to the club, Patience Louis Abba. Congratulations. Was he celebrating our president turned 73 yesterday. Let's give it up for the man of the moment, His Excellency President Tinubu. Congratulations, sir. Please continue to do well for Nigeria. Some sports gist. Super Eagles, the best team in the world. With a great coach, excellent sports stars. Osimhen is next. After Osimhen. After Osimhen. Series Osimhen. Okay. Okay, Godwin, thank you. Give us more gist about the Super Eagles and their plans to be there live and direct for the World Cup, and perhaps some plans for AFCON as well. It's time for Sports Summit. Godwin, take it away.
See what he can do. Held up perfectly. Aina. There it is! It's your goal! Of course it is! Osimhen, goal number 3 in 2 games. The delivery was sumptuous from Aina. Well, and Nigeria, if it stays like this, will be taking the points. Lovely play! Oh my! And the final whistle has been blown by the referee from Eritrea. And that is a massive blow for Nigeria. Share the spoils. Zimbabwe, valiant.
It is never until it is completely over. Are we going to the World Cup? Time definitely will tell. We still have September to play. Rwanda are coming to Nigeria. Don't give up yet. My name is Godwin A. Nakana, Sports Summit on Weekend Deal, and we have a man from the football field to the pulpit, Bishop Ida Peterside, former Super Eagles goalkeeper, on this edition of the show when we come back from this break. Many thanks for staying with us. I did say we have Bishop Ida Peterside. He wins souls for God right now. He was staying in South Africa where he played the best of his career, played for Nigeria, and I want to run quickly to Port Harcourt and say good morning to you, Bishop Ida Peterside.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure being on your show. It's always wonderful when I talk to you, Godwin, and by the grace of God, we're doing well. Everything is in order, and we're just pushing on.
From the football pitch to the pulpit, please, can you tell us what's the difference?
It's a whole lot of difference from the pulpit to the pitch. Pitch is sports. Pulpit is spiritual. There are things you can do on the pitch and you can't do them on the pulpit. You're on the pitch, you run, you play, it's hectic. But I think when it concerns the pulpit, you need to be in line, especially with the Word of God. And spiritually, you need to be prepared. You spend time in the presence of God, you spend time praying, you spend time reading the Bible. While on the pitch, your responsibility is to train. You train physically and mentally, yes, because you're preparing for a game.
Interesting, Bishop Ida Peterside. There's this question I've been longing to ask you. As a man of God, do you believe that God plays football?
I do know that sometimes God can intervene in one's life because of purpose. God would want to move somebody from one angle to one angle, and sometimes you need to win a game for you to grow and be promoted in life. So sometimes God does answer those prayers, and then promotion, the Bible says, comes from above.
Now, let's talk about the Super Eagles. What's the difference between your time
and this present generation of footballers?
Most of our young players now, when they're young, they go abroad or they are born abroad and they don't understand, they don't have that feeling. So it's important that you play with your heart, you feel the national team jersey and you wear it. So I hope so that these younger players can feel the same thing we used to feel.
Wow. Thank you, Bishop Ida Peterside, former Super Eagles goalkeeper, and have a lovely weekend.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and I say may God bless you.
Bishop Ida Peterside, former Super Eagles player, who is also an analyst for a pay station and also wins souls for God. That's about the size of the show. Sports Summit on Weekend Deal with your truly Godwin A. Nakina. Don't forget to keep praying for Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
Sama. Ya sarki ka kare mu, Allah ya gyara, ya Allah ya kare mu. Waƙar barka da sallah ce ya sarki Allah ya maimaita. NTA ni da waƙata, you can be the rich. Waƙar barka da sallah ce ya sarki Allah ka maimaita. Maganar barka da sallah ce mun kare ibada kaf. Allahu ya yarda ya sarki Allah ka karba. Maganar DG na NTA, DG General na NTA, Haji Salihu zana gaida ka, Dan Abdul Hamidu, Dan Balba zana raina ba ya sarki Allah ya kare ka. Haji Salisu zana gaida ka, Salihu bani raina wa Dan Abdul Hamidu ka kyauta, Dan Balba zana raina ba, murnar barka da sallah ce. Ya Allah ya kare ka to mu ma Allah ya kare mu. Feshe na tubani renawa, ya Allah ya bar kauna. Feshe na tubani renawa, ke ma barka da sallawa. Feshen bani gaida ki, ya Allah ya kare ki to ke ma barka da sallah. Gabarin ubana ya zo, Nura Khalil, Malam Nura Khalil, ya Allah ya kare ka, sharrin maƙiyadu ya kare ka, in Allah ya kare ka to mu ma Allah ya kare mu. Haji Musa ɗan Adeyemi, Musa ɗan Adeyemi, Musa ɗan Adeyemi. Ya Allah ya kare ka, sharrin makiya ya kare ku to mu ma Allah ya kare mu. Kai mun sha ruwa lafiya ya Allah ya maimaita.
All right. Thank you, Alhaji.
Ya Allah ya ɗaukaka ka, sannan ya ƙara kare ka. Sharrin makiya ya kare ka. Sharrin makiya ya kare ka. Ya Allah ya kare ka.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey. It's okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you, Alhaji. Our celebrations are in no way over. Trust me, because NTA is going to be going around the nation to bring you celebration of Eid. Me, NTA is going to be bringing you celebration from all over Nigeria. So our celebration, it's not over, don't go away. Even as I hand over to Alhaji Ajia himself. What's going on? Tell us. Take it away from here.